Hello guys, welcome to the Battle of the Numbers instruction video clip. So I would like to explain the game procedure of this Battle of the Numbers. So the purpose of the game, it's very simple. You just need to add up all the numbers at the end of the game. And the player with the largest sum wins the game. Finally, we finished the game. So I'll show you how to calculate these numbers. So let's say I'm an X marker and you're a root marker. So for X, you have 0, 1, 2, 57, 79, 36, 99. And your root marker and root markers have 81, 25, 27, 29, and 71. In these cases, you just need to add up this number, but there are special cases. For the square number, you have 20 bonus points. And for cubic number, you have 50 bonus points. And there's also app we have. So this is Battle of the Numbers calculator. And by just looking at the numbers, you can just click 1, 2, and 79. Just clicking this, it will add you all the bonus points and the numbers. And I got for X 294. And for root numbers, we have 323. So by looking at this, the root markers have a bigger sum, so the root markers wins the game. This game ends whenever any of the player has no more markers. So after the game ends, we need to do the final calculation just like what we did in the previous slides. And in order to do that, we need to do something else. And that is using the special functions of these numbers. As you can see in the board, they're colored differently because they have different functions. And I'm going to explain that right now. The order of using special function is small to large. So let's begin with number 0. So 0's special function is making one of the other player's number to 0. So by using this number, I'm going to make 64 to 0. And number 1's special function is bringing one of the other player's number to me. So by using number 1, I'm going to take number 2. So you might wonder why. So number 2 is prime number. And all the blue boxes are prime numbers. And these prime numbers can actually attack composite numbers, which has the prime number as a factor. So when we see the 78 and 94, 2 is a prime number. So I'm going to attack these two numbers and take out these numbers out. So this game is not just making a big number, but considering other players' numbers, choices, and their strategy is a key to win the game. So now we're set to calculate the numbers. We learned about the different functions of the numbers, so let's see how it really works in every round. First of all, each player will get 6 cards, and by using 3 cards, you need to make tens multiple, and by using the remaining 3, you need to make the number that you really want on the game board. And as soon as you made the number, you can put your marker on the game board. However, you need to pay close attention because players cannot make the same number at the same ground. I'll show you in detail on the game board. This is the game board and this is number cards. Each player will get 6 number cards. Here. And the first thing that you need to do is making tens multiple by using 3 cards. And the second thing you need to do is by using 3 remaining cards, you need to make number that you want by using addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So in these cases, we can make 2 cases. The first one would be 10, 6, 4. By using these 3 cards, we can make 20, which is tens multiple. And by using 2, 9, 7, we can make 65, and this could be done 9 multiplied by 7 is 63, and 63 plus 2 is 65. But there are another cases possible as well. If we use 4, 9, 7, we can also make 20. And by using the remaining card, we can make 80. 6 plus 2 is 8, and 8 multiplied by 10 is 80. So in these cases, it is better for you to choose this combination because 80 is bigger than 65. And by using your marker, you can place it on top of 80. We learned about how these markers are placed on the board, but choosing a number is very important because there are numbers that has a special function. Using this special number is very important because this is the key to make a strategy to win the game. The special numbers are cubic numbers, square numbers, prime numbers, 0, and 1. And I'm going to explain these numbers in detail. Numbers are colored differently. This is because they have a special functions. The green boxes are square numbers, and at the end of the game, they get 20 bonus points. The red boxes are cubic numbers, and they get 50 bonus points at the end of the game. You need to pay close attention to 64 because this is the biggest number in this game board. 64 plus 50 bonus points is 114, and this is the biggest number in this game board. So the next one is the blue boxes. These blue boxes are the prime numbers. Prime numbers are the ones that are divided by 1 and the number itself. And they have a special function that they can attack the other composite numbers. And this is very important to win the game. So as we saw previously in the calculation section, to attack 94 and 78, and this is because 78 and 94 had 2 as their factor. It is written here. And 2 can attack any of the number that has 2 as a factor. You understood? Furthermore, there are 2 more special numbers, 0 and 1. They are located on the center, and the black box is 0 and the white box is number 1. 0 can make one of the other player's number to 0, and I'll show you an example. As I said that 64 is one of the biggest number in the game. And by using this number 0, we can attack this 64 and make this powerless. So how about 81? 81 is one of the big number also. However, number 0 cannot attack square numbers. So simply, 0 can attack cubic number, prime number, and composite numbers, but it cannot attack number 1 and square numbers. How about number 1? Number 1 can take one of the other player's number to mine. So by using number 1, I can make 81 as mine. So in this case, number 1 can attack square numbers. However, it cannot attack cubic number, which is 64. So basically, number 1 can attack all the composite number, prime number, square numbers, but it cannot attack cubic numbers. So what do you like, 0 or 1? You might wonder what if you cannot make the tens multiple by using the 6 cards. It's very simple. You just need to get a new set of number cards. I'll show you that in a game board, and I'm going to talk about the usage of hourglass as well. Let's say we get 6 cards, and by looking at this, we need to make tens multiple, right? However, using this number cards, there's no way we can make tens multiple. In this case, we just simply put away and we get a new set of number cards. And by looking at the other new set of number cards, we can make tens multiple. By using 3, 8, 9, we made 20. And by using the remaining cards, we can make the number we want. However, this is very disadvantage for us because the other player is already making a number and putting their markers. And the player who made the number first can use this hourglass and put it here. And within this time limit, we need to make a number and put a marker on top of the game board. So simply, if you can't make the numbers, 10, which is tens multiple, then you need to get a new set of number cards. And the second one is that the person who made the number first, they can use this hourglass. You understood? I said that players cannot make the same number at the same round. However, the other player can actually replace my number in the next round. I'll show you in detail on the game board. As I mentioned earlier, each player we get 3 cards. And I get another 3 cards, which is 6. And the other player also gets 6 cards. And by looking at this, we need to make tens multiple by using 3 cards. And I'm going to use 8, 12, 10, 30. And by using the remaining cards, 6, 4, 10, I'm going to make number 1. So 6 plus 4 divided by 10 is number 1. So I put my markers on the game board. How about the other player? The other player's card is this. And by using 2, 5, 3, we can make 10, which is tens multiple. And by using 5, 6, and this card, we need to make a number. You might wonder what is this, right? This is a joker card, and there are 3 jokers in this number cards. And this is one of them. And by using this, you can make any of the number that you want. So let's say the other person wants to put a marker on top of this number 1, but that is impossible because we're in the same ground and I already put the marker here. So putting this is impossible. So this person needs to choose another number, probably 0, and this round's end. So simply, the person who makes a number first is advantageous for them. The first round is over and this is the second round. So this is a new round, so each player will get 6 cards again. And by looking at the cards, we can make numbers and the tens multiple. By using 10, 1, 9, we made 20. And by using the other numbers, 4, 8, 12, I can make 0, I guess. 8 plus 4 is 12, and 12 minus 12 is 0. And as you know, 0 has a special function which is making one of the other player's number 0. So I think this is very appealing to me. So I'm going to take this number by attacking this marker. So in this case, I replace my marker with this, and number 0 is mine in this round. However, if this root markers player want to protect this number, they need to make number 0 again. So by using 3, 5, 2, we make 10. And by using 5, 6, 1, we can make 0 again. 1 plus 5, 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. And if you made 0 again, you can place your marker on top of the same marker. Then in this case, I cannot attack this number, and this is root markers player's number until the end of the game. So simply, if you want to attack the other player's number, you need to do that in next round. And if you want to protect your number, then you need to make the number twice. You understood? There are number coins in the box, and I'll explain how these number coins are used. This is the end of the game, and usually students can use application made for battle of the numbers. However, without the application, we can actually calculate the total sum as well. We have a number coins right here. As you can see, they're colored differently, and they're numbers 0 to 99. And by using this number coin, we can actually calculate the numbers here. So let's say I'm a root marker player and you are X marker player. Then I'm going to give you the number coins. You have 0, 1, 2. So you have 0, 1, 2. And you also have 29. You also have 53, and you have 99 here, right? So by having this number coin, you can actually calculate the total sum very easily. And but you need to remember that you need to add bonus points if you have cubic numbers or square numbers. Okay? So without application, you can still play this game and come up with a total sum. I'll tell you the secrets to win the game, including the cubic number 64 and the special function of number 1. There are about 6 skills that you need to remember to win this game, and I'll show you that in a game board. The first winning secret is 64, cubic number, and this is because 64 is the biggest number we can get on the game board. 64 plus 50 bonus point is 114, and 114 is one of the biggest number we can get in this game board. So since 64 is very attractive, a lot of players want to have this number, and even though you have this number, you can get a lot of attacks. Number 0 can actually attack 64, while number 1 cannot attack this number. So it's your choice whether you take this number or not. And the second winning secret is number 1. And number 1 is also one of the attractive numbers because it has a special function which is taking one of the other player's number to you. So I'll show you by using this number 1 at the end of the final game. After we finish all the rounds, this is the end of the game before the calculation. And by using this number 1, we take this 97 out, and you can put your markers here. And in this case, you're adding 97 to your total sum. So it has a double effect. You're minusing 97 from the other player's total sum and adding this 97 to your total sum. So this plays an important role when winning the game. The third winning secret is big prime numbers. So these blue boxes are prime numbers, and as I mentioned earlier, they are the prime numbers that can attack the other composite numbers. So let's say if you look at 77, 77 has 7 and 11 as their factors. So 7 and 11 can actually attack these numbers. So even though these prime numbers are good, big prime numbers are better because they are not affected by the other numbers. So there are 2 ways that you can choose when making numbers. The first one is making a number that you want on the game board, and the second one is choosing a number after you see what the other players choose to make. So I'll give you an example. So let's say the root marker player have a 3 and they made 3 as their number. And now you look at your number cards, and you found out that you can make 75. But making this 75 as your number is foolish because 3 can attack this number. So it is better for you to choose another number where that 3 cannot attack. Let's say, I think 77 is a good number because 77 doesn't have 3 as their factor. So by choosing this, you can avoid prime number 3's attack. So simply you need to keep think about the strategy and how to play depends on situation. So keep it up. The fourth winning secrets are square numbers and cubing numbers. These red boxes are cubing numbers and they have 50 bonus points at the end of the game. 64, 8, 27 are all important. And the green boxes are square numbers and they have 20 bonus points at the end of the game. And more importantly, these cubing numbers and square numbers are not affected by this prime number, which is the blue boxes. So if you have choices, it's better for you to take the square numbers and cubing numbers. And the fifth winning secret is stealing other players' numbers. It is very important to steal other players' number because you have two double effect. So if you take one of the other players' number, you can minus the number from the other player's total sum, and you can add the number to your total sum. So please remember these tips when plan your strategy. Finally, I finished explaining this game, the Battle of the Numbers. I talked about the special functions of the numbers and the strategies like how can we steal the numbers. And also I talked about the bonus points and the rules of the game. So let's begin the game now. It might seem to be very complicated, right? But actually it is very simple. You have this 10 markers and I have this 10 markers. And if you want more friends to come, you can bring them up to 4 people. So we have 6 number cards and we begin the game. Finally, all the explanations for this game, the Battle of the Numbers, are done. But why do we need to play this game? And how this game actually helps the students? I'm going to talk about that. First of all, when students need to make tens multiple by using 3 cards among 6, students can practice addition and subtraction. And second, when students need to make the number that they want by using the remaining 3, students can practice addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And this will eventually improve the students' mathematical skills. And third, when calculating the numbers that are composed by odd number and even number, students can understand how to make odd number and even number as well. And next, students can understand the prime number, composite number, odd number, even number, square number, cubing number, 1 and 0. Students can understand these basic concepts and the characteristics of these numbers deeply. And fifth, as a player can see the prime number between 0 to 100, students can understand the basic concepts as well and the special characteristics of prime number. Prime numbers play an important role in mathematics because this is a key concept. And understanding this will eventually help their mathematical skills as well. And lastly, this is the most important part. Until the end of the game, students need to concentrate and pay close attention in order to make strategies to win the game. And in this case, thinking skills are required, and this will eventually help the student to be more intelligent. So teachers, please pay attention. This will make the students maths genius. And also, this is very fun.